Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about world events, and more specifically we're going to talk about the 4 brand new outdoor world events in the War Within. This video is going to cover all of the information we know so far. Obviously we are just in alpha, so there's going to be a bunch of stuff we don't know, but this is going to be kind of a general outline of what to expect with your outdoor events in the War Within. But before we jump into that, I do want to send a special thanks to the sponsor of this video, and that is Boot.dev. This video is sponsored by Boot.dev. The folks at Boot.dev believe the smartest way to learn code is to make sure you're never bored. Boot.dev is online, self-paced, and feels like a captivating RPG game. With Boot.dev, you'll learn back-end web development from start to finish in Python and Go programming languages. The platform is designed to get you writing a ton of code, because getting your hands on the keyboard and shipping projects is the only real way to learn. At Boot.dev, they never want a student feeling like they spend their money on something that isn't helping them, so they offer a 30-day, no questions asked refund policy, and a free demo of every course and its interactive features. And if you're ever completely stuck or just want to see how the instructor wrote the code, there's solutions available for every challenge on the site. So click the link in the description box and use my code, MrGM, to get 25% off your first payment for Boot.dev. That's 25% off your first month or your first year, depending on the subscription you choose. And thanks again to Boot.dev for sponsoring this video. Right, so yes, outdoor world events, certainly something that we saw crop up quite a lot in the Dragonflight expansion, with things like time rifts, super blooms, sieges, soups, and all sorts of things like that. In the War Within, we do get some new ones. We have 4 as of alpha in the different zones. Some of them kind of spread between a lot of zones, and some of them are specifically to one zone. So yeah, as mentioned, in this video, we're going to kind of just breeze over them and kind of go over the information we know so far, but of course, like deeper dives and full guides and things will come out nearer the time of launch when we know all these specific details. So let's begin with the first one, and that is Theatre Troupe. This takes place in the first zone in the Isle of Dawn. This one I found to be extremely similar to time rifts. So this will occur once an hour once the game goes live, and the basic idea of this is just to increase the audience approval bar. It's like a theater, so it's kind of similar to like Ardenweald, so it's like time rifts and the Ardenweald stage thing at the same time. It's kind of fun. There are various different shows which occur each time it comes up, which is really fun, so it gives you a little bit of lore there as well. And the point here is to increase the audience approval bar at the top of the screen, and much like time rifts and the super bloom, you'll get rewards every time you get to 2,500. As of right now on the alpha, because there's just not enough people, we don't know what's in the bag, but you'd imagine it's going to be like, you know, your Valor Stones and various things like that, just to kind of improve your character. But I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. So basically what happens here is once you get there and the show is starting, you have 5 minutes to do prep. This 5 minutes is just kind of like clicking stuff or giving out tickets, painting props, killing NPCs, just kind of sorting out the stage area. I believe these are individual to you as you run around kind of prepping for the show for 5 minutes and increasing that audience score. Once the 5-minute prep is over, the show will begin. As mentioned, there are various different shows which do occur, which are really fun. They all have something different going on, like you've got to run around and cheer for a guy, or you've got to, attack these things or defend these things and do these various things and click things around the stage. It's all very fun and exciting. So yeah, very, very interesting there. So yeah, you just continue to play out more tasks, increasing your audience score, and then it finishes and you do like a big crescendo and then just kind of bow to the audience, which is really fun. Obviously, as said, on alpha, it's just kind of me and maybe a couple other people doing it. So this is just going to be absolutely nuts when it launches. There's just going to be so many people running around, and it's going to be a bit wild. This one we do actually know the rewards for. There is a weekly quest just to complete the show and gain some audience score, kind of what you'd expect. This rewards veteran level gear, some reputation, and some key shards to build up some more delve keys for your delve adventures. So generally speaking, the Theatre Troupe seems like a lot of fun. Going to be a lot more fun, obviously, once more people are testing it and trying it out. I would imagine once beta launches, this one's definitely going to get a lot of action. The next event is the Worldsoul Memory event. So this is actually going to be very similar to the pre-patch event. If you've seen like Belial's video on the pre-patch event, it's extremely similar to that. But this is the kind of version that we're going to get in Kaz Algar. So as of alpha, this event is up constantly. However, it does rotate every 8 hours through the different different zones. So basically at any given time there'll be 2 active with 8 or so hours to complete it. Once you head over to the location of this Worldsoul Memory, you'll have this like glowing orb, and you can click that, and this is where you're going to choose your kind of difficulty. There are 3 difficulties for the Worldsoul Memories. You have the Radiant Echo, you have Many Radiant Echoes, which is the same difficulty as the Radiant Echoes but rewards more loot, and then you have the Radiant Discord. So this is the hardest difficulty, and this is unlocked by completing an achievement called A Series of Echoes, which is just to complete all of the different Worldsoul Memories around Kaz Algar. This version will be slightly more challenging, and death removes you from the echo. So the way that an echo works is that once you click it, you go inside and kind of the area phases into this sort of past experience of this area of the zone. There are 8 different events which occur around the Kaz Algar. You have Ancient Explorers, the World Carvers, the Old Gods Forsaken, A Wounded Soul, Reign of the Old Gods, Descendants of Distant Waters, Elemental Fury, and Primal Predators. So as mentioned, once you get in there, you kind of phase and you have this kind of like little bit of lore that's going on. So it's a really nice way to kind of tell you some of the history of Kaz Algar and what has been going on there while we haven't been around. This actually does require a currency called Radiant Echoes. So as mentioned with the difficulties, Radiant Echo costs 1 Radiant Echo, and then Many Radiant Echoes cost 10. So if you're putting 10 in, you will get more rewards for doing so. This currency, we do not know where it comes from as of right now, and it's not in the currency tab, so it's going to be in your bag, which is slightly annoying because it is soulbound. Why do they do that? I don't know. So once you're in the Echo, you got 5 minutes to kill stuff. When you're killing stuff, you're automatically getting Valor Stones, which are your new Flight Stones, and Coffer Key Shards, which when you combine 100 of them, will give you a blue Delve Key. And this is just automatically looted when you're killing stuff in this Echo, so it's just a massive bombardment of killing a bunch of stuff. You'll also notice once you're in there, you will have a new bonus objective. Completing this bonus objective will kind of complete the Echo and kind of give you the credit towards the achievement and things like that, and obviously give you a little bit more rewards. The NPC required to complete this objective does actually pop up just 1 minute before the Echo completes, so make sure you're keeping an eye out for that once you're in there so you can get that credit for completing it. But generally speaking, it is just killing normal NPCs, rares, and things like that around the Echo. This can be done in a group as well, as far as I'm aware, so this is just going to be a really good source of getting Valor Stones and Coffer Key Shards, but beyond that, it doesn't seem like any other rewards are available from the Worldsoul Memory as of right now. The next event is the Spreading the Light event. This is in the Hallowfall zone. So this is actually the least known event of all the world events. It's a little bit strange. I don't really know if it's fully implemented or not, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So as mentioned, this occurs in Hallowfall. Currently, the timing of this event is unknown. It just seems to be happening all the time on the alpha, but I would imagine this is just a theory that this is going to occur every time the void phase is up. So when the big crystal in the sky turns into a void thing, you would imagine that this is when the event's going to be active. So this will be, as of right now, every 3 hours for 30 minutes. So when you're doing this event, basically what happens is there's just a bunch of quests around and a world quest as well, and you want to be killing these mushrooms to get an item called a Radiant Remnant. These remnants are used to light key flames around this area, so there are lesser key flames. They only require 3, so once you've done that, that'll spawn a NPC to do a quest. This is a weekly quest, it seems, and then once you've done that quest, you'll just get, some rewards, but as of right now, there are no rewards for this. There are also major ones as well, which will require 20s. Once you've done that, a bonus objective will pop up, and once again, you'll just complete that bonus objective for some rewards. We have no idea what the rewards are. This just seems like a bit of a strange event. As I said, this is definitely one of the ones we know the least about. It's really interesting. So I'd imagine over the next couple alpha builds and beta builds, we'll know a lot more about this, but certainly just kind of running around, killing mushroom people, getting some remnants, lighting the key flames, completing the quest. But yeah, quests currently give no rewards as of alpha. But you'd imagine it's going to be like veteran gear and things like that, like most of the other sort of world events. But yeah, Spreading the Light, certainly a bit of a mystery as of right now. The final one is Awakening the Machine. This is actually really great. So this is actually in an instance, and we don't know the timing of this. I think it's going to be up all the time, but we don't actually know. This is actually in the Ringing Deeps, but you speak to an NPC and get teleported in there. Once you're in there, it is essentially Proving Grounds 2.0. Remember Proving Proving Grounds. Yeah, this is essentially Proving Grounds 2.0. So the way that this works is that once you get in there, you'll have a box that you can click, and this will give you various powers similar to like Torghast. These powers do stack as well, so if you get them twice, you can just get like extra haste or something like that, depending on what the power is. So once you've picked your power, you speak to the earthen guy in the middle, and that will start the waves. You'll get a bunch of waves of NPCs coming at you that you have to attack, and make sure they don't kill the earthen in the middle. If the earthen dies, that is the end of your round. So you just get waves of NPCs. You're going to be killing them and clearing the area just through these waves, and every 5 waves you'll have a break. When the break comes up, you can pick a new power. That's where the stacking powers come in. So if you get the same power again, you can just kind of stack that up and be super powerful. But yeah, it seems like it's just killing NPCs really and keeping the earthen alive. This appears to be a solo activity, but it might be a group activity in the future. But as of right now, it seems to be a solo activity. And currently, as of right now, there are no rewards for this. You'd imagine this is probably just going to give veteran gear and things like that. But as of right now, if the earthen dies, you just get ported out. That's it. Your go is over. There is a bunch of achievements, though, linked to this to get to certain levels of waves. It seems to be capping out at 50, which is pretty difficult. It was quite easy in one of the first builds, but they've definitely ramped up the difficulty level of this activity. But it seems like a lot of fun and certainly will develop over the next couple alpha and beta builds. So that's it. That's kind of an early look at the 4 new outdoor world activities in the War Within. There is also like an activity in Arshgahet to help some NPCs, but I don't think that's actually a world event. I wouldn't class it as a world event. These appear to be the 4 world events we're going to be getting at launch of the War Within. So guys, let me know what you think of these events. I really, really like the Worldsoul Memory event. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. As mentioned, that is very similar to the pre-patch event. I didn't get to test the pre-patch event, but yeah, certainly we will be doing that soon. Also, the Awakening Machine is very humbling because I am bad at this game, but certainly going to be fun for people who are good at the game. So yes, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And as mentioned, I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, War Within Alpha, we've been doing a ton of War Within Alpha testing pretty much every day over on Twitch. So if you want to check me out, guys, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.